we were talking about bed bugs and how they spread and how they travel. So
Mhm.
once you have bed bugs, how can you get rid of them?
So if you're gonna do it by yourself, it's actually pretty difficult to do, and there are some steps you can take to eliminate some of them. And one of them is heat. So, if I go traveling to a hotel, a lot of times when I come back, I'll take my clothes and I'll put it in the heater and put it on high heat for 45 minutes, and that'll kill all the life stages. If you want to use insecticides, I would actually recommend to get like a professional pest control company, because a lot of these bed bugs now have resistance to insecticides, and it can be really difficult to actually treat them. And they can get into cracks and crevices, and that are you might miss. So it's always best to get a professional.
Other than being a nuisance, are there other ways they could be harmful?
So the biggest thing would probably be some people react really bad to the bites from bed bugs. So it's kind of the same thing with mosquitoes. And so everyone reacts differently. There's people that don't react at all. There's some people that have delayed reactions. But if there's a really bad infestation, it could actually, and you react really bad to it, it could be really painful or irritating. So that would be probably the biggest problem.
Any cases that you're aware of that you could speak to?
Any, so I've been bitten by bed bugs before myself, and I actually have a delayed reaction where it actually takes about 3 days for me. So I could get bit somewhere, and I may not exactly realize where I actually got bit because I didn't react the same exact day. I know I had a fellow graduate student that I worked with that she would actually get welts from a single bed bug bite. And so, you could imagine if you had 100 or so of those in a bed and you got bit, that would be pretty, painful.
Hmm. How long can they live?
So so one of the things that you hear about, and this is actually pretty true, is that they can live like a year without feeding. And so I have actually, when I was, in university, I would actually feed them. And one time I tried to see like how long would they live without feeding. And sure enough, a lot of them died, but I probably had about 10 or 20% of them survive a year without feeding at all. So that's, if you think you can outlast them, that's not the case.
If a bed bug travels from home to home, how long does it take for a person to realize?
Well, sometimes they may not ever realize, depending on, if we've had people that live in retirement homes, or I even known people that didn't react, or, if you don't have really good vision, you may not notice right away if you're not reacting to them. And so that can be kind of a little problem, that they may not be obvious until they get really bad. And so if you ever suspect you got bites and stuff, you can always contact a pest control company to come out and take a look at your bed or your house to inspect for it. We have tons of people at Orkin that are trained to be able to do that.
How much would that the cost estimate?
To do a treatment.
Yeah.
So it varies from state to state and city to city, and it depends on what you want to do. And so a conventional treatment is going to have a different cost, where we're putting out insecticides, versus if we have another treatment option available to do heat treatment, where we can heat the entire residence, and that will actually, can kill bed bugs too. And then some people have even taken even further step above that, would be fumigation, which is not very it's not very common to do, but sometimes it has happened. And that'd probably be the most likely most expensive option. So there's a range of options available to do bed bug treatments.
What's the success rate? Like if you hire somebody like Orkin, what's the success
Uh-huh.
that it actually works?
Yeah. So it depends on the company, but if they have a lot of experience at this point, they should have pretty high success rate. Orkin has a very high success rate with doing bed bug treatments. We have a lot of expertise. We've been doing it for a very long time. And so I think if you went with Orkin, that it would be a very good, you'd have success.
And for a person who's traveling and you get to a hotel, say you spot a bed bug, what's the plan
Mhm.
of action? What should be your plan of action to notify management? How should someone go about that?
Yeah, so I would definitely alert the front desk as soon as possible. And I would just assume at that point that any of your baggage that was in that hotel could be infested now. And so you can have, sometimes you can ask the hotel for options of what they're willing to help you out with, but I would make sure that your baggage is, everything that's in your bags is laundered either through a dry cleaner or heated on high heat if it can be heated in a dryer. And then when you get home, I wouldn't, bring all your luggage and put it right next to your bed. I'd leave it out in the garage or, away from your bedroom.
Okay, thank you.